Hey everyone, and welcome to Midtown for New Brew Thursday. My name's Will.
And I'm Ket.
And today we're going to check into a couple of new beers.
All right. First, we're going to look at Darkstar Imperial Stout from Fremont. A lot of us know this. It's been around for a while. It's a great stout.
We've had that on draft here many times.
Yep.
But we have it in cans, so you can take it right out and enjoy on the go or have one here in the restaurant.
Yeah, it is an Imperial. It's 8%.
Yeah, big beer. This is also...
If I remember correctly, it doesn't drink that big. I mean, it's pretty drinkable. So.
Then there's also, sometimes they'll do like bourbon aged versions of this beer, so it can stand up to those kind of flavors. It's very dark. Good head.
And some chocolatey, chocolatey notes there.
You can almost smell like the oatmeal, kind of. Like powdered oatmeal, that smell.
That's yummy. Yep. So is that's why they call it an oatmeal stout?
Yeah.
And they put powdered oatmeal.
Well, no, I mean like that smell. You know,
when
you smell like oatmeal, when it gets into a powder, you can get that smell in it. But they use oats in the malt bill, and lots of caramely sugars, flavors that come through. And that's another thing. Yeah, caramel, chocolate, a little bit of bitter, almost like coffee, but not like a dominant coffee flavor.
It's a lot of delicious to me.
Mouth feels a little thick and creamy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, too easy to drink.
Yeah, out of Seattle.
Yep.
Fremont. We all know it.
Yeah, one of our favorites.
Moving on. I'm gonna go with Rainy Days again. One of our local breweries that we love from Paulsbo.
Yep. Lots of good stuff from Rainy Days.
Yeah, this is the Frosty Chairlift.
And I think this is a totally new one for me. I don't know that I've had Chairlift.
I haven't tried it at all.
So this is a winter beer. So they list the style as Northwest winter beer. You can always expect winter beers or anything with a winter style is going to have a higher ABV. It's going to have a much larger malt bill to get those sugars up and get that alcohol content. And that's where the warming sensation comes from. Being a little boozy.
Well, and they peg it as a hoppy winter beer,
right?
Or a winter beer for hopheads. And I know historically with winter beers I've drank that
they're
not,
generally not.
Yeah,
right. Well, and the Darkstar is a good example of something that doesn't have a lot of hop flavor in that dark, but this nearly as dark, and I have a feeling we're gonna get some hops. So, mostly.
Well, I smell coffee right off.
Yeah, I was gonna say mostly coffee and dark flavors in the nose.
Oh.
Okay, that is
just
very smooth,
warming, and it's like coffee and
usually sometimes he's got a little bite to him,
stuff.
like I said, because of that ABV being out. But this is just smooth.
Yummy. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys can see the picture or not. The picture on the can is actually a guy with his tongue stuck to the chairlift, which is pretty cool.
Yep, classic.
Yeah.
They really have been doing a good job with their can art, with their new brew styles. Like Rainy Days is just always solid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
This is the kind of beer you want to have on a winter evening by a fire. Drink it indoors or outdoors. It really doesn't matter because, again, it's going to keep you warm.
I'm not picking up the mentioned extreme hoppiness that they were talking about, but I think maybe covered up. Or
yeah, I think the malts are still pretty dominant. I think it's more bitter on the back of the tongue than it would be if it didn't have a decent hop profile. But yeah, it's not like I've had black IPAs, which are again going to be similar close, and that's way hoppier.
I mean, this is almost like a hybrid porter to me. It's delicious. I love it.
No, that's not very very on point. And I can't stop drinking it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a 4-pack with me up to the mountain next time I go.
Oh yeah, well that's exactly what it's for.
So Gilgamesh Brewing out of Salem, Oregon.
I've been waiting to try this one since we picked it up.
Yeah,
I haven't had it yet.
The jasmine tea, which is my favorite kind of tea. It's brewed with jasmine tea,
which is unusual for a hef, not something you would expect to find.
We did have a jasmine IPA, but what was that? The Avatar. Right?
Avatar of Jasmine.
Elysian.
Yep. Yeah, and that's really really good. It's one of my favorites from Elysian. I haven't had it in years, but always a pleasure. But the other thing is the jasmine may be more dominant in a beer like a hef
Yeah, it can shine a little.
Yeah.
A little more.
That would be. We're going to find out in a moment. Also, the name, classic.
DJ Jazzy Hat.
Reference to the Fresh Prince there.
Oh, yes, for all the younger folk watching.
For those of you who don't know, who grew up in West Philadelphia. Ooh. That's an excellent palate cleanser after that dark. That's just...
Oh, it's so smooth. I'm not getting huge, like, jasmine hits or anything.
No.
But it's
But
just the
in the
smoothness.
finish, there's like something floral, something herbal.
Something floral, yeah.
Yeah. Not as, I guess you'd say, those light malt flavors you tend to find in a hef, like that papery sensation from these, yellow beers, as it were. Just not there. It's maybe a little fruity, even.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting the floral at the end. It's just smooth and it's kind of weird. It's almost creamy. I don't.
Yeah,
not. It's
like,
not creamy, but it's got a.
It's soft. It's soft on the palate. Yeah. Not a lot of carbonation either, so it's not not really bitey. Yeah. There's alcohol in this. There's alcohol, right?
Yeah, I guess
okay.
so.
Well, I mean,
Maybe they're just going down easier and easier. I mean, speaking of, I think it's about a 5%.
Yeah.
ABV. I didn't. 5.4.
Okay. Well, still. No, but again, it just doesn't taste like it at all. It's
No, that drink's like juice.
yes.
Almost,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, very much. Again, with that slightly floral finish, it's just there's no bite, no bitter. Really can't go wrong.
Again, that's the DJ Jazzy Hef from Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh. I wonder what the reference on that.
It's a historical. Gilgamesh was one of the. Was he king? Boy, you put me on the spot on that one. I'd have to look it up.
You usually have this kind of information in your brain, Will. So
I know. Oh boy. Gilgamesh.
I figured it was maybe like a movie reference, or it seems
No.
like Harry Potter-ish.
No, I'm fairly certain that Gilgamesh was a historical king, if I remember correctly. But
right.
maybe next episode we'll come back with a little trivia tidbit.
Yeah, Schilling Cider Company.
And yeah, in the every episode we've been doing at least one cider, one non-beer option. So today we're going with a Northwest themed.
Yeah, this is the local legend. They have a Sasquatch on the front there. I think they're out of Auburn, Washington. They're
Not too far away. It's very
Nice.
reminiscent of Harry and the Hendersons, which was shot nearby here.
This is a semi-sweet. This is kind of their middle-of-the-line cider that they're doing there.
Nice golden color, not straight thin yellow. That's kind of nice. Ooh, it smells good. A little sweet. That's on the sweet side.
Yeah, I think it's a little more sweet than semi.
Not a dry, not full of dry. Yeah, I would definitely say that's on the sweet side. Good apple flavor. Not a ton of acidity. I think a lot of people tend to get a little bit of acid reflux with ciders. This one's not going to do it.
I personally like something a little more dry, but
I would too. I
this
personally, if I was going to reach for one. But I know a lot of people don't like the drier ciders because they are a little more of a acquired taste.
yeah, this drink's like juice. You know, Martinelli's basically with the little booze.
Yeah, again, but not super sparkling, so it doesn't really like bubble on the tongue, but it's very reminiscent of that flavor profile. Yeah, again, not much of a cider drinker, but I would not be upset at all if I was drinking one of these with
Absolutely not. No off-putting aftertaste that you get from some ciders.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Skunkiness or whatnot. So.
No, very clean for being, like I said, for being still sweet. Well,
That
guys,
being said, yeah.
thanks for stopping by and letting us review a few more beers for you. All of these are available right here in Midtown. Stop on in, grab a pack. Mixed 6-pack, we're still doing 40% off if anybody wants to build their own, take it home, do your own sampling, try your hand at making a video. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
If you like watching us drink beer and act like we know something about it, then subscribe,
yeah, absolutely.
Click
That would help
like,
us a lot.
show that you want us to keep on making these things.
Right, and we'll keep doing it as long as people are enjoying it. So, cheers.
Cheers. Better drink.
You mean